I appreciate you really digging in and doing your job as a journalist, one journalist to another. What you've done is exceptional.
And here is Vlad. I'm glad I played this clip because here is Vlad, again, the self-proclaimed journalist.
An ADOS dude, there was an ADOS dude named Bill something, Bill the Icon.
Bring up all the dirty laundry.
So let's see. And I did do a video recently because Vlad claims to be a journalist. And he actually had a real journalist on the show. Guy by the name of George Cheedy. And George Cheedy is a journalist here in Atlanta. I'm not sure which publication he works for. He may be independent at this point. But when he came on the Vlad's platform, Cheedy reports on politics. He reports on crime. And one of the crimes that he continues to report on is the Young Thug YSL Gunna, that whole RICO case. And apparently when Young Thug's baby mom got gunned down at the bowling alley, he made some assumptions about why that happened. And he clearly felt that he was wrong later, and he apologized. And he took time to come on Vlad and actually offer an apology for misspeaking about a situation. And I want to show that because this is what a true journalist and one that's operating within a subculture, this is how you conduct yourself when you fuck up. You apologize.
I appreciate you really digging in and doing your job as a journalist, one journalist to another. What you've done is exceptional.
And here is Vlad. I'm glad I played this clip because here is Vlad, again, the self-proclaimed journalist, trying to put himself on par with George Cheedy, a man who I believe went to school for journalism and didn't get his start on YouTube. Not a knock to anybody who got their start on YouTube or used YouTube as a platform to level up, but it's levels to this.
Young Thug's child's mother, LaKavia Jackson, ends up getting killed in a bowling alley in Atlanta, or outside of a bowling alley in Atlanta.
And I titled this video, DJ Vlad Gets Schooled by a Real Journalist on Integrity.
People were assuming this is just a random shooting, just two people arguing over a bowling ball, but you feel there's more to it.
Well, that's the thing. At least I did it first. Let me just say one. It appears that I was wrong, and I have some apologies to make for that. I want to apologize to the family of Jeffrey Williams.
And I don't know if George Cheedy is aware of the dust up with DJ Vlad misquoting Minister Louis Farrakhan. But to me, this is one of those moments where I know Vlad had to be thinking about that situation as George Cheedy went out of his way very demonstrably to very humbly offer an apology. I mean, George Cheedy was like, yo, like he had his hat. If he had a hat, it would have been in his hand. And one of the most humble apologies one could have offered. But let's go.
For making that error. It wasn't error. There was no malice there. I was looking at the statistical probability.
And you let it be known it was an error. There was no malice, intention
of somebody being killed at random who also just happened to be involved with, like, tangentially all of this other stuff that had been going on.
Vlad should take notes. It's very easy. And this is because about a year or so ago, Vlad took a lot of heat for misquoting the minister Louis Farrakhan, and what it seemed to, what it seemed to me and to many others, a rush to attempt to smear the minister Louis Farrakhan. And upon being corrected about the context in which Louis Farrakhan was speaking. And although he retracted, well, he didn't retract. He pretty much edited that part of the video out, re-uploaded it without an apology or any type of public acknowledgement. And that whole situation caused him to fall out with Lord Jamar and Godfrey, who were regulars on his platform. He took heat from a host of others. I believe Royce the 5'9" chimed in. Quite a few from the community chimed in. So this is why I'm showing this clip.
I've spent the last year of my life looking at 7 years of back and forth.
Fair use.
In YSL, where their family members were being targeted and were involved. And then I saw Lakevia Jackson's murder, like knowing that this indictment was coming, thinking this has got to be connected. The police and the district attorney and the family all insist that there is no connection. I made a statistical inference based on all of the other crimes that are going on. But it doesn't, it actually looks like a random act of violence. And that speaks to how much violence is actually occurring on the street in Atlanta and why the district attorney is all hot to arrest gang members any way she can right now.
So again, just as an example, which happened to be during an interview with Vlad, of a real journalist stepping up to the plate, taking accountability, apologizing for misspeaking about a situation, rushing to judgment on a situation, which I guess, again, he ultimately believes and feels that he was wrong about. So Vlad should definitely take note, especially since he's claiming he's a journalist and comparing himself as a journalist to the gentleman George Chidi. So yeah, Vlad, a journalist. I have some questions about that. I got some questions.
Destiny is all that matters. Gotta go, I'm late. Mad, I'll be chillin' at the top. See you when you get there.